head coach of the Toronto Raptors, Darko Rajakovic, joining the Raptors show for the second time. Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
We're doing really well. We just came back from seeing you at practice, so it's funny to run into
Oh,
you
nice.
once again.
There you go.
There you go. Okay, there we go. We got you on camera. Okay, before we actually flow into the basketball questions, gotta ask you about the Halloween costumes and the party that happened over the weekend that Pascal put on at Casa Loma. You went as Captain Jack Sparrow. Walk us through that costume.
Yeah, so Pascal organized now annually Halloween party at Casa Loma, and for me it was a great opportunity for the first time to see Casa Loma from inside. I guess that it looks a little bit different when it's not Halloween season, but still it was pretty cool to be there. And it was great, just event that we had all the players and the staff and the whole basketball operations together. Just another way for us to get together and kick off the season. And since it was my first time being part of it, my wife she really wanted me to have a good costume and to have a good makeup. And for the first time in my life, I put some makeup on my face, and it was not easy to take it off after the party. But it was great event, and it was great just to be around everybody that night.
I was going to ask about the makeup. I've done eyeliner as part of a Halloween costume before, and you go to the gym the next day and you think you've washed it off, and then it's like running down your face as you're getting shots up. Did you manage to avoid it? You have a wife, so you have an edge here, and that someone was maybe walking you through how to get out of that stuff.
Trust me, without her help, I would not be able to pull it up, and she really helped me to take it off. And I didn't even know that there are so many tricks and use this soap and oily cream or whatever, but it came off pretty quickly, actually.
All right. We're gonna get to something you're much more familiar with just with basketball. So obviously, you guys go 4-0 in the preseason games. You guys look really great. And I just wanted to ask you in terms of the mood around the team right now in training camp. There was so much discussion about this last season. Obviously, you weren't here for that. But it seems like, at least to us in the media and maybe to the fans on the outside, seems like you guys have really been able to really talk and be together as much as possible. And I would just like to hear your perspective, sort of how the team is operating right now.
Yeah, obviously, preseason games they were great for us. We needed to play those games to get in the rhythm and groove and start implementing things that are very important for us on both ends of the floor. And I thought that guys did outstanding job. In those games, but also in all the practices that led to this point. We're ready for the start of the season. Everybody's got nerves. We just want to get going and playing games. It's been a long time for all of us preparing up till this moment. So we're really excited about opening night, and it's going to be awesome that we're playing at home. So we're ready to kick off the year the right way.
Coach, I know you've coached in a lot of different situations. You have a lot of experience, but did you learn anything about yourself going through this camp, being the guy running a camp and coaching these first four preseason games?
Learning every day. In this line of business, you cannot all you don't have all the answers, and it's impossible. Game is changing so much. Players are always changing. The league is changing. Rules are changing. So you constantly got to be up to speed and trying to catch up with tendencies in players and whatnot. But it's a learning opportunity for me. I'm really trying to connect with our guys and to help those guys to feel comfortable once they step on the floor. It's been a great process so far.
Yeah. So one of the topics at practice over the weekend was, Pascal and Scotty, how they can help each other on the floor, and that's such a big discussion for everybody. I want to hear your thoughts in terms of how both those guys can help amplify and help each other's games.
We have multiple players on our team that can do multiple things on offensive and defensive end, and when we play to our standard with ball movement and finding open guys and playing aggressively on the ball, it just opens up so much for each other. And both Pascal and Scottie, they're complementing each other really well, and they're making each other better because both of those guys, they can shoot it, they can dribble it, they can attack the paint, they can post up, they can find open man. So they really complement each other really well.
On the defensive end, that particularly stands out. And I know you were very complimentary of Scottie's defense down at practice today. You said that he could one day grow into a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. And look, Pascal's a guy who has gotten some all defense votes before. OG Anunoby was all defense last year, and we all know how good he is defensively. Some of the focus is going to be on Scottie and Pascal helping each other offensively. But what can that look like for you guys defensively, where the individual talent level is so high?
Correct. I think we have amazing defensive players. As you said, we had players that in the past had recognition as some of the best players defensively in the league. And it's going to come down to their individual effort, but also how we help each other. And we have some lineups that we can have out there that can really create a nightmare for our opponents. And switchability that we have on defensive end, and just multiple players that are capable of guarding multiple positions. I believe we're gonna have really good defensive season, and when team has good performance on offensive or defensive end, that's what brings accolades and rewards individually. So everything starts with the team.
So last year we saw, obviously under a different coaching staff, but the Raptors' style of defense was always very aggressive. I'm sure, when the Raptors played Memphis, for example, that was something that kind of stood out. It's just the Raptors were really aggressive, were really looking to force turnovers, at least so far in preseason. And obviously, we can't take all the takeaways from preseason, but it seems like your defense is a little bit more conservative in that sense, where you guys want to be solid, you guys want to keep the man in front, limit help. You guys did a really great job of taking away corner threes, taking away the paint. Do you think that's sort of fair to characterize sort of the change in the defense this year, is that you guys are more conservative but also more solid?
I think when you have a roster like ours, when you have a lot of length, I think that really helps making teams play in their discomfort level and to take tough shots. For us, paint protection is something that we're going to really focus on. And as you said, guarding corner threes and above the break threes at the end. I think when we play that way and when we use our length, it's going to be really hard for people to shoot over us. We want to be very active defensively, to be in the right positions, and kind of like to force our opponents to make mistakes instead of like scrambling all time and just hoping for them to make mistakes and turnovers. Turnovers are not our goal. Our goal is to have a big number of deflections, and as I said, to protect the paint and protect the corner threes. If we do that, we'll be able to force teams into tough shots, heavy contested shots, which a lot of times are same like a turnover, because it allows you to defensively rebound and push the ball in transition.
How important is that aspect going to be, the grabbing it off of the defensive rim and pushing right away, getting over half court with 22, 21 seconds left on the shot clock? Because, this all sounds great. It looks great so far. But I think the one thing that people think when you hear, well, maybe there will be fewer turnovers, this has been a team that's been close to the league lead in transition opportunities the last couple of years. So how do you manage that? And how do you encourage guys to, if you grab a defensive rebound, no matter who it is, maybe push it up the floor quick?
Right. That's exactly what we're trying to do. We want to have multiple players, and we have multiple players that can bring the ball up the floor and to be aggressive in open court. And that's something that we're going to continue to focus on. I think that this year tendency in NBA in general is going to be that teams will be sending more guys to offensive glass, and we really got to be very solid with our defensive rebounding, and to help ourselves to be able to go out in transition and score. Obviously, we want to be able to play in open court. Those are most efficient shots when defense is not set and organized. and we have multiple players that are capable to bring the ball and attack the paint and to make right decisions from there.
Right. I want to ask you also about sort of how you guys have managed the rotation. You said on media day, and it's been consistent in your actions too throughout preseason. But you want to ideally play a 10-man rotation most days. I want to ask you just from here, like why 10 in particular?
I think first of all we have a deep roster and we have multiple players that can help us night in and night out. It's a long season; it's 82 games, and I don't want to play guys 38, 40 minutes every single night because that's going to, first of all, it's not fair to them to run them to ground and, to have those guys. We got to think about their long-term interest in playing in NBA for a long time and playing for the Raptors for a long time. So we gotta preserve their bodies to keep their freshness and to when they touch the floor that actually they feel good and they're staying aggressive and they're staying engaged, opposite to sometimes running in the red zone and then being tired and not being able to finish games in a high level. And I really trust our guys. I really trust that we have a deep and good roster and a lot of players that can contribute night in, night out. And I'm going to trust our guys with those kind of rotations.
How has the response been from the handful of guys who were here last year and might see their minutes decrease a little bit right now? Have they been eager to hear that? And hey, you're going to be fresher in the fourth quarter. You're going to be fresher in April. Have they heard that message, do you think, and appreciated it?
Yeah, we talked about it. I had individual conversations with several players about that, and it's there's going to be nights when certain guys might be 38 minutes on the floor, but the other nights they might be playing 30 minutes. When we talk about minutes, it's about minutes that accumulate over the whole season, and there is a lot of study that shows that that body can break down after certain amount of minutes and extra loads. And for me, it's about how effective they're going to be, how fresh they're going to be when they're actually on the floor, and how much they're contributing every possession down the court, offensively and defensively. So I trust our guys. They know that I have their best interest at heart, and I think that everybody inside our organization, they're going to value their contribution.
Hey, Coach. We had Chris Boucher on the show 2 weeks ago, and Chris mentioned something really interesting about the way you were running your practices. He said you guys ran a drill where it was 5-on-5, but the players weren't allowed to dribble. So can you tell me about sort of why you chose to do that drill, and also how the players responded to that drill?
It's something that we use in Europe a lot. Is like teaching guys that actually they can touch the paint and they can be aggressive without just dribbling the ball and playing pick and roll. That learning how to use all ball screens, how to cut, how to touch the paint, and teaching guys to work on one very underestimated skill of the game, which is passing the ball. So it was interesting to put guys in those situations. We'll definitely go back to this type of drills, and it's something that we do in Europe normally, and it's not a big deal when you do that in Europe.
Okay, but maybe that's more innovative here over here in the NBA. I also want to ask you. I just had a conversation with Bobby Webster down at practice, and I was asking sort of about this interview and sort of the hiring process, is sort of like why obviously the Raptors chose you to be a head coach. And one word he kept bringing up was sort of you're really personable. Players really like to work with you because you really build that relationship with the players. And I think obviously every coach has their own approach, but where does that ability for you come from? Why are you so personal with the players? Because we see it even on the court as well. You're always smiling and sort of giving them as much feedback as possible and trying to build that connection.
I think that in the role of a coach, you have such a big influence on players and how they perform. And that's why I do this job, because I believe I can influence player to be better, to coach him, to teach him some things that I learned along the way. A lot of times that's learning from other players, not necessarily just coaches, but just like I want to help players. I care about our guys a lot, and I believe that's the right approach to have guys to have the buy-in and to do the right thing for each other. And I believe bottom line is I believe that's how you get teams to be most efficient and most successful teams.
Right. Well, I want to ask sort of on this topic is just one thing you also see in preseason. We only saw you use one coach's challenge, so maybe that also extends in terms of being personal with the officials as well. So I guess it's hard to say this now, but how do you think your relationship with officials and sort of your approach towards sort of communicating with them is going to go this season?
I mean, we have the best officials in the world. They're really trying to do their best every single night. Obviously, there's gonna be emotions in the games that, especially from coach's side. Then sometimes we're right, sometimes we're not right. We're in wrong. At the end of the day, those guys are professional. They're trying to do the best they can. Obviously, I'm going to always try to protect my guys, and I'm going to be using challenges when I find a need for that. So it's going to be ongoing process for all of us learning that.
Right, for sure. I guess you won't really know until you're really in the fire. All right, we're getting told to wrap up, so we're gonna quickly wrap with some rapid fire questions. There's a really great profile written about you and your career so far by Eric Kareen over at The Athletic, and he talked to a lot of people about this. So big assist to Eric for this story. I just want to ask a couple follow up questions in that piece and just get a quick answer from you. Okay, so one of the quotes in that story was Monty Williams. He said, "quote The amount of caffeine he consumed over a 24-hour period is legendary." So, Coach Darko, how much caffeine do you usually have on a daily basis, and how much caffeine did you have on this day, for example?
Yeah, I mean, I love espresso. I love coffee. Actually, I started drinking coffee pretty late when I was 29 years old. Coffee is a big part of culture in Serbia. In Serbia, you never invite somebody, let's go grab lunch. You don't do that. Everybody invite, let's go grab coffee.
Okay.
And once you get somebody to grab a coffee, it might end up with a lunch and dinner and going out in a club, and you just don't know where it's gonna go. So coffee is a big part of our culture, and usually I drink like 2 or 3 espressos a day.
Oh, that's normal. Come on.
That's normal. No, game day is a different story though.
Oh, wait, how many is the game day?
5, 6.
Okay, all right. Fair enough. I also wanted to ask in that piece, because you and Sam Presti, the OKC GM, you go all the way back to your days together in Serbia. And Eric wrote about this one story about how you were taking him out to dinner once, and it kind of emptied out your bank account. So I'm just curious, has Sam repaid that favor to you? Has he emptied out his bank account to take you out to dinner?
Yeah. So that's true story. It's true story. Sam is a great friend of mine. He came to visit in Belgrade, and literally, like, we went to the nice restaurant, but it was nothing too crazy. But at the time, that's all me and my girlfriend at the time. That's all we had. So literally, we emptied out our bank account. I don't know how and why he figured it out, but 3 days later, he sent money our way,
Oh,
which
okay.
was not,
Wow, what a good guy.
it was not expected. It was not needed, but he figured out that we're running low.
All right. Blake, did you have a last rapid fire question you want to ask?
Very quickly, I'm coaching against Will in a game coming up. I haven't coached in a while. Do you have any first timer tips for how to take advantage of a guy like Will?
Will who?
Will, my co-host here. He's going to be the opposing team's starting center.
Okay. Well, you gotta study the film a lot and find all the weaknesses and try to explore those.
I'm going to foul him out real quick.
Yeah, he's going to run a lot of pick and rolls at me. All right.
There you go.
Coach, thank you so much for your time. Hey, next time on the show, we want to talk about your academic paper on pick and rolls. All right.
Sounds good. Thank you,
be,
guys.
Thank you.